My name is Paul Friend, and I'm the principal at North London Collegiate School, Jeju in South Korea. We're a very young school. We're only 3 years old. We're actually a result of a joint venture agreement between the Jeju Development Centre, which is a government agency here in Jeju, and North London Collegiate School in London. Throughout my career in education, I've noticed a change in the very concept of what international education is. If we go back some 15-20 years, international education simply meant a school that existed in an international location, probably serving the needs of expats from the home country. What I think has happened with the concept of international education is that it's taken on its own meaning, its own definition. And I myself see myself now not as an educator teaching overseas, but as an international educator. The key challenges for us as a school is marketing the boarding concept here in Korea.
I think receiving an international education, it opens a gate to the whole new world and makes me meet new people, be more open-minded, and be ready to explore.
It means to be understanding different cultures and connection between other countries.
Korean education has to improve in terms of allowing students to express themselves and also help them choose their interests, not only what their parents want.
Exposing the very different values of an international education, and particularly a British international education, to the Korean parents remains a significant challenge.
In Korean schools, it's quite harsh conditions for students to study because they don't have freedom to challenge teachers or give questions.
While we accept foreign cultures, we also value our own cultures.
One of our key targets is to develop what we call global competency amongst our students. And global competency is to do with international mindedness, it's to do with an understanding of globalization in itself.
Countries are more and more focusing on foreign language education. I think that's a very, very valuable step into the global world.
I think there's a huge barrier between high school and university. Interconnection and communication between high school and university is probably the key point.
I think schools and educators need to work with universities, need to work with future employers and with industry to identify those very, very key skills that need to be developed amongst our students. And those skills, as a matter of course, need to be embedded within the very curriculum that we provide to our students. Our perception of the Korean attitudes towards education is very much driven towards an exceedingly high work ethic and a target of passing examinations and gaining entry into leading universities. Now that approach can't really be criticised, but what is of concern are the figures of the dropout rates of Korean students in international universities. What we're trying to do at NLCS is not only to provide access to those top universities to our students, but ensure that we've developed the skills and the attitudes that they'll need to succeed at university and in their later life.
The most important thing that our school focuses on is self-control and self-development. For example, in boarding houses, we are managing our times and responsible for every action we take.
I think there's an increasing disparity between what our world needs and what the workplace needs. We're all aware that skills such as collaboration, skills such as creativity are becoming all the more important in the workplace. I think we have to accept that there will be systems and schools around the world that still focus on the examinations and the examination results.
A lot of people thought that international education is something prestigious, only rich people can access, but now it's more about open education.
The global education is embracing diversity and opening up many more little pathways. So there's much more room for specialization and much more room to study ethnicity or culture or anthropology or language that doesn't belong to your original country. and international education should always reflect the changing world.